object of TaxiChronicles is to allow real riders with real stories share their experience and enhance your life. So sit back and enjoy the journey. Morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider. Today we've got an interesting love triangle story for all those people who are out there who love a good love story. We're just going to hear Sally, and she's going to tell us about her experience and how she feels today and where it is. So nice to have you here today, Sally.
Hi.
You got to take that, please. Okay, so Sally, tell us about give us a gist. There's you,
There's me and there's Frank.
Yeah.
And who is the man I love.
Yeah.
And my story with Frank, it began in 2000. And when was I pregnant with my son? 2002 began then. That's when he tried to approach me, but unfortunately I was pregnant. Though I wasn't showing, so he didn't know. My auntie told him, no, she's pregnant. So he kept on stalking me on Facebook, followed my journey, pregnancy, I had a baby, and then he realized we had broken up with my baby daddy. So he kept on trying. But you know when there's people you chat to on social media, and it's like they talk to themselves sometimes. Sometimes they'll send a message, you don't reply. You'll come back again. Hi, how are you doing?
Okay.
Don't reply. Yes.
So if you don't respond to them, they start,
yeah. So I think he had to be. I think he went through a makeover. This time, like after like a few years, he came back, different haircut. He actually put on some little weight. He was looking very handsome. So he requested me with a different account. Started chatting to me, and boom, connection made. So he's like, actually, I've been trying you for years. I'm like, who are you? What are you talking about? Only to see the old messages. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's been talking to himself this whole time.
Just to jump in there, he addressed you with a different account.
Yeah,
what was the issue that you didn't want to talk to him first time?
No, I was just busy, to be honest. I was a mom. I was studying. It was a lot. But also, at that time, he didn't look like my type.
Okay, what is your type?
I know what I say. When I see it, I know. I don't really have a particular type, but at that time, he wasn't looking nice. To be honest, he had just come in the country, coming from Africa, so of course you haven't really picked up your style. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, we start talking, and actually we made a very instant connection, and I liked him straight away. At that time, he was in Sweden, so he said, okay, can I see you? I said, okay. I've never seen a guy jump on a plane so quickly. In 2 days, he was in London. So he had planned to stay at his friend's house. He comes and sees me. We made such an instant connection. He slept over. The next day, we got in the car. We got and picked up his things. We stayed together for 2 weeks. It was crazy. Stayed together for 2 weeks. And we got along really well. So he started booking me plane tickets to go and see him in Sweden. But he was planning to come back here. So I told him, look, I don't do long distance. So eventually he said, look, when I get my passport, my Swedish passport, I'll come back to London, and I'm gonna get it soon. I said, cool, sawa. Anyway, so one day I'm at his place. He's gone to work. He would share everything with me, passwords, everything.
Okay.
He never used to hide anything. So one particular day, I wasn't even interested in going through his phone. His phone rings. I pick up because it rang for like 3 times. I didn't pick, but this person was so consistent, and I could see the picture coming up. So I thought maybe a cousin or something. So I picked up. Hello, who are you? Why are you picking my man's phone? I should be asking you why you're calling my man, but okay. How can I help? My name is so and so. I'll call her Regina. My name is Regina, and I just called to check on my man. I'm like, where are you? He was back in our country. I will not say the country because it would be so obvious. So anyway, she tells me, okay, I'm about to get married to this man. We're engaged. I'm about to get married to him in 2 months. He's coming back in December. We have this tradition where you go to the auntie. The auntie is like the person the lady, basically your auntie is your dad's brother. So she has to see the the future husband first, then tells your dad, okay, we found a husband for your daughter. When should we come for the introduction? So that's how it goes. So he had already got proposed to her. After that, they went to the auntie. Going through the pictures after the girl got off the phone, I could see everything she was saying was correct. Guy proposed, guy did everything. So she tells me, I tell her, look, this guy's been looking, he's been after me for 4 years. She goes, no, I've been with this guy for 3 years. I said, okay, interesting. So I said, okay, no problem. He's just been to London. I've never seen someone get on a plane so quickly to come and see me. This girl's getting upset. I'm trying to tell her the truth. She's just getting upset. You mean to say he did this? He did this for you? And the worst thing that actually made me surprised, she was very surprised that the guy spent money on me. That's what was hurting her the most.
Okay.
So I tell her, look, this is very simple. Because he's showing me his cousins, his brothers. He's so proud. He's busy phoning people on video calls. Like, oh my God, finally I'm with Jill. His sisters know. So I don't understand. That's not how you treat somebody. That's not how you behave when you're about to get married.
Do you think he wanted you for a second wife?
I think he was settling for her because he couldn't have me.
Okay.
But I wanted to know for facts. So Frank comes back. Regina is on loudspeaker. So I said, hello, how was work? Work was fine. But I didn't realize his cousins had already sent him a message saying, boy, you need to come back. It's not good. They're talking on the phone.
Oh, so how did
So
the
he
cousins
knew.
know that you were talking on the phone?
I was drunk, I was shouting, I was everything, okay? Because she tried to actually come for me. And I'm trying to level with you. You're a woman just like me. We didn't know, okay? So the least, the best thing we can do is just come together and face this guy.
Yeah.
But if you try to, we try to fight one another, that works for him. Divide and conquer. He will say something that's going to make me, look bad, and then he'll say something to you, say something to me that's going to make you look bad. That way he wins. Anyway, Frank comes back and I say to him, oh, hi, babe, how are you? I'm fine. So I have Regina on the phone. I could see him sweating. Regina is busy. My husband, what's going on? My husband isn't this. My husband, I don't understand. This is what the guy said. Baby, oh God, he's gonna know if he ever listens to this. Switch off the phone. Let's talk. I'm like, huh? Turn the phone off. I need to talk to you. I said, this is your future wife. I actually thought he's gonna say, you need to get out. I'm about to get married. Because that's how you treat a side chick.
Yeah.
This guy literally hung up the girl while she's still screaming.
So he took the phone from you physically?
Yeah, and he just, look, I need to talk to you. This is between me and you. It's got nothing to do with her. She's like, what do you mean? I'm hearing you. I can hear you. Switches off the phone. I'm like, I need to pack. I go unpack. Everything I'm packing, he's unpacking. He's like, nope. Nope. It took me 4 years. See, I'm not going anywhere. Yes, this is a bad situation, but we can rectify this. Meanwhile, this girl, the minute he hung up, she's calling the whole family. Now, Africans.
Yeah.
You cannot deny them their pride of our girl getting married. We're about to eat food. Why are you cancelling on last minute? I'll tell you.
And there's also the tribal thing as well.
The tribal thing. That is literally,
now you're making people lose
you
face.
do not understand.
Are they the same
like
tribe?
People can do juju on you.
Yeah. Are they the same tribe?
No, they're not.
So they're going to say, because they're this and they're that. And
I'm a different, no, we are all different tribes. He's a different tribe. I'm a different tribe and she's a different tribe as well. Anyway, this girl gets off the phone. She's calling everyone. She calls the sister. The sisters are pretending not to know. They knew everything. He did this? Really? Let me call him. Joe, oh my God, Frank, what did you do? So he's like, I need to sort this out. Meanwhile, he's busy trying to convince me, you took long to say yes. I thought you would never come say yes. So she really helped me with my mom. She was there. She did this. And I think that time he was broke. The girl was, she was like a corporate in Uganda. So she was working a very nice job. She was getting paid.
But she helped him financially as well.
Yeah, I could see she was
so
using
her then.
when you see her, anyway, everyone who saw her pictures kept on asking, what's this girl got on this boy? That's all I can say.
Okay.
Yeah. And
but
she's a
being
big...
groomed and personality are two different things.
Yeah, but also, after getting to know... Anyway, the story is still going.
Okay.
So, afterwards, I tell him, look, the minute I get on this plane, I don't have a man, period. I'm not going to get into this. This is too stressful. This man wakes up in the morning, calls the girl. After how many times she's been calling him, he didn't pick. And she's been texting. I'm like, girl, it's me who has the phone. You need to stop this. He's not going to text you when I'm here. He's not going to call you when I'm here. This girl's crying. Everyone is calling his phone, trying to know what's going on. So they start calling the cousins now. They're scared of him because he's very, very private as they come. It's like, nope, I will not say anything about him. So they've already gone out of the house. They don't know what's going on. Okay? So in the morning, he calls her finally. And he puts her on loudspeaker and says, look, Regina, I'm sorry, but I have to cancel the wedding. So I'm like, huh? I didn't even see that coming myself. This guy's like, okay. He switches off the phone, drives me to the airport. This girl is ringing non-stop.
Ringing you now?
Yes, non-stop.
How come she got your number?
Because at some point I started calling her myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she starts texting me, you will live to regret the day you met him, this and this. She started threatening me. And I'm like, what are you getting me into? He's like, don't worry, we'll sort it out. Let me tell you something, he's a very smart guy.
So he's very calm.
He's very calm, he's very smart, and he will sell you a story and you will believe that story. So we were together, and then he kept on coming. He kept on coming to me. Everyone's calling. The church has been booked, and he's one of those church boys because he came here through church. So everyone in the church is asking what's going on. Now, when you look at me and you look at this girl is composed. She's a church girl. She's this, and I'm this. Doesn't help.
That means she's hot for the listeners out there. Go on.
So everyone is looking, what's going on? Oh my God, we know why. The second they see my social media, it's like, okay, we understand. So he's like, no, you don't understand. She's actually not just like that. He had to explain, she's actually a nice person. She's hardworking. She's this. No one believes that. The second they see this, miniskirts and shorts, you know, they don't care. That's all they care about. How can you leave a decent girl, you know, for that? So at some point, I could not tell any of my friends. So there's a lady that I really respect, older lady. So I went to her and said, look, I'm in this predicament. What can I do? She said, you have no idea, girl. You need to let that man go. Let him go and marry the woman. If he really loves you, he'll come back to you. That is a big thing. You will live with that curse for the rest of your life. This woman scared me. She's like, I would say this to my daughter. If 2 months away, it's not just that proposal, leave it.
Can I what comes to mind is if he can treat her like that, he can treat you like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing that comes to mind for me.
That was coming to mind as well. But I was in love at that point. Sometimes you don't think rationally. And this girl started threatening me, so I think it became about ego as well. Like, bitch, what are you doing? You know? So this time I went, when he booked the ticket, I kept on going back, and I told him, do you know what? Go marry him. He said, what are you doing? I thought we're standing together. I'm like, nope. I'm not gonna get those cusses. I was so scared of the cusses. I told him, go marry her. And he went.
And did you tell the woman that you've told him to marry her?
I delete her number. I blocked her. One thing I actually realized, I don't think she was even interested in the man or anything. I think she was more interested in the wedding. Like, if that was my man, you lock me off the phone, we're about to get married, and the next thing you say to me, not even I'm sorry, not nothing, is I'm calling off the wedding. No apology. So she was the one begging for him to talk to her. And you have done me wrong. It's supposed to be the other way around. Do you see what I'm talking about?
So she said she's calling off the wedding.
No, he called her.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine a man is been caught cheating. Instead of him begging, she's the one begging.
There's also the cultural differences as well.
I don't care about cultural differences. If something is wrong, it's wrong.
Yeah, but you're thinking with an English mindset now.
No.
You know why I say that?
Why?
Because from my time living in East Africa, I noticed a lot of women. The fights I saw on the street, or the disputes I saw on the street, were always involved with women.
Yeah.
And there's around a man had done something wrong, usually cheating, and the women were doing everything possible to keep their man.
Yeah, no, it's because of the culture. Like
Yes.
you don't want to bring shame to the
Yes.
family.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's why the older lady said to me, "You don't know, these people can do something to you, something very, very bad." You know, and you don't want to get into that. You're too young. You don't even know these cultural things. So let him go. It's not worth it. If he loves you, he'll come back to you. Oh God. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we sit together. I try to be very understanding of the situation. So we sit together. I tell him, look, please go marry her, do everything as it was supposed to be. If you still love me, you'll come back.
And he's married to her now.
He went, everything happened. It was I don't think I've ever experienced anything painful in my life. I told him one rule: I don't want to see any picture anywhere on social media. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Make it done.
So on his social media,
This guy got all his family. I don't want to see anything. Not even me wearing a suit. Up to now, no one knows he's married. All his friends just know me. They don't know that girl. Unless I talk about it.
so you're waiting to see
No.
if he comes back.
No, listen, I'm still talking.
Alright.
So he gets married, everything done, comes back after like a month, moves to London, we live together. We start living together.
Even
It's
though
like
he's married.
it's like it never even existed. This girl kept on calling non-stop. She would call, and I think we started getting friction. Like he would literally, because that's his country. At some point he has to go back. But if he tells me that he's gonna go back, I know you're going to see her. So at some point
That's his wife though.
you told me you're going to get married and please everybody, and then come so we live together. That was the agreement, because he wanted to still be with me. He told me, look, okay, let me just get it out of the way. I'll come back and we live, we move on with our life. Anyway, she was his wife in her mind. That marriage never stood a chance. Anyway, so he comes back, we live together. I was basically like his wife, only that she walked down the aisle. So she instead, I think it's because she used to take it out on me, and she thought I'm trying to get pregnant to keep him. I'm not that insecure. So I told her, look, I already have a son. We have kids. He already has a child. So I'm not gonna use a child to keep a man, and the child does not make him, keep a family together. So let me back up a bit. He found me with somebody I was seeing at the time. When we met again, when we first started, I was seeing somebody, but it wasn't that serious. So I let them go for him. Now, because he saw the guy, he was a bit intimidated by the guy. So he kept on feeling insecure. And when you're not doing something right, and you're not giving the person the very best that you're supposed to, you always think they're gonna go back to that person. So the other guy kept on trying to get back with me. So as we were together, he kept on trying to really control me so he can have both the best of both worlds. I told him no. So he started lying to me, I'm going to see my son, I'm going back to Sweden to see my son. This nigga would buy tickets to Sweden, from Sweden to Africa. Spend like a week and a half or 2 weeks. Come back here. Do you understand? So the wife kept on complaining, you're not spending time with me, you're not spending time with me. And when you go to Africa, you have to see all your relatives.
Yeah.
By the time you really spend time with that person, it's like 3 days or 4 days, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the whole time he was talking to me while he was there, like he's not with anyone. So I don't know how he used to do it. Anyway, we had some altercations. I started finding out that he's lying to me, that he's going to Sweden, only he's going to Africa. So I just became stubborn too. I started living my life. I started contacting the other guy. So we started going dinner with the other guy, because I'm seeing this person clearly wants to be married to the other person. Now when he found out, he got mad, packed all his suitcases. I came back home, 12-hour shift, only to find someone saying, oh, I'm going this and this, making excuses. Yes, I went on dinner, but I never actually got physical with him. And I think he thought I was gonna beg him. I just said to him, okay, bye. So you're not gonna fight for me? You're not gonna... I'm like, what are you talking about? You're a grown man. You got on a plane, came to see me, knowing very well you're about to get married. Now, it's like you don't even know what you want. So do you know what? It's okay. Go. So he goes, comes back the next day, tries to talk to me. I just didn't understand what he wants. You know, tries to talk to me. And I'm like, what do you want? You know, only for him to look for a phone. I had a spare phone that the other guy was contacting me on, basically trying to find an excuse that this is the reason I'm leaving. But the very reason he was actually leaving is because the family kept on telling him, oh, what are you doing, that girl? So after like 2 weeks, he starts texting me, I miss you, I want you back, this and this. Oh my God, I can't believe I let you go. I'm like, no, this is a confused human being. I just ignored him. Kept on coming to my house non-stop. One time came to my house for like 6 hours. He left till like 4 o'clock in the morning. Please come out. I'm like, no, you need to go. So finally we start talking. Of course I still loved him. He came back. We start talking. But I realized he's acting quite funny. Only to find out one day I'm working, and then a number calls me that he used to use in Sweden. So I'm like, why is this guy calling me on this number? When I picked up, I hear Regina on the phone. Jill, it's me.
I like your friends.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Huh? Why are you using this phone? I had things fall in the background, and the phone went off. I think he was trying to fight with her not to talk to me, not to call me. I could tell there was a struggle in the background. The phone went off. I knew her number, so I called her back. She's like, oh, you have my number? I'm like, I just don't bother using it. I have nothing to look for you. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know I'm in London and I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I'm like, now it makes sense. So she decides to put him on video. It's like, he's here. Tell her you're done. Otherwise, our marriage is done. I laughed. This guy said to her, you are too much full of drama. I told you not to call her. You decided to call her. Don't talk to me again. He walked out and left her there. I'm like, girl, you really need to understand this thing. If you want to be married to your man, just be quiet. Stop contacting me. Do you understand? Meanwhile, this guy has been sending me non-stop messages to the point he actually said it on, like, he literally said it out loud saying, look, Jill, I miss you. I want to see you. Yes, I'm married to this woman legally, but I've never been in love with her. I'm in love with you. So some girls just start talking rubbish without realizing what their men actually talk about them behind their back. So she starts sending me messages, sending me videos of their wedding. Look, I'm the wife, I'm this. It's like she really wanted me to
enforce her position.
Yeah. So I'm like, look, you are talking to a woman with a heart of steel. I've watched your wedding. I've seen what you wore, everything. I've seen it. There's nothing I haven't seen. But since you're in the mood of sharing, I sent her voice notes of her man begging me back the second she landed in London. And I'm like, yep, the second you landed in London, that's when your man realized he misses me. So enjoy. Welcome to London. Now you get to see your husband very, very closely. So, of course, that didn't go well. The voice notes circulated around the whole family. So everyone knew. And it was embarrassing. So the guy's like, why would you do that? Come on. Wow, that's petty. I'm like, don't play games. Okay? So she didn't realize this whole time, it was actually around February. This whole time she didn't realize her man had actually booked a flight with me to go on Valentine's away with me. Because that was we had that, his birthday and my birthday is in February, and they're like 10 days away, and my birthday is like 2 days away from Valentine's. So we always used to go away on holiday on two times a year. So he had even though she came, he still booked the ticket and the holiday. So I asked her, where is he taking you for Valentine's? Just wait, I'll send you the videos. I'm like, okay, I'll wait. A week later, she realizes her man lied to her and went on Valentine's with me and left her home. That's when she started realizing, okay, this man, I don't think he loves me. And I think he got too much it got too much for me. I found someone else, I moved on. This guy literally used to leave his woman in bed. He would come on dates. Like, stop, leave my woman alone. I just need to sort some things out. I just need to do this. Jill, please just be patient. And
do you think he really loved you, or was it just infatuation, lust?
I think he loves me, to be honest. But he's just a very confused human being. And also, I think the fact that we had bad timing. Anyway, he even sent his sisters to talk to me, just be patient please, this and this, but I just I started dating someone else. But of course, it's not the same. When I lost my grandpa, he's the one person I thought of. I called him, he came straight away, supported me through everything, and somehow we ended up getting back together. But I told him this time, I'm done. So he told me, you don't need to explain anything. She packed and she left. So I'm not with her anymore. I'm like, oh, what happened? It's like, apparently she could see that he doesn't love her, so she left. So we get back together, and I'm like, nope, this time you have to call her and inform her that, you know what, I'm now with Jill. Okay? So he calls her and tells her, she's like, okay, I understand. But I could feel her pain. So now that it's over, he's still, I don't know, I think...
You trust him?
Not yet. I can see him trying. My gut still says no, wait. He still has a lot to prove.
I like the fact that you mentioned your gut, because you know your gut, the human body has two brains.
Yep.
But yeah, you've been in the medical industry, you'll know this. And your gut is the one you're meant to go with.
I always go with my gut. So my gut is telling me he's improving. He's because he's still been consistent with my son. He's still been there. Every time I need him, he's there. But I told him, look, I really need to see these results before you and I can even start getting back together. This time, there's no getting back with you and then you promising me you're going to do this, and then after you get comfortable, because this is the problem I have as well. I show too much love. So I'll show you love and you'll probably think this girl can never, find anyone else but me. So that's the problem I did. I used to cook for him. I was a wife to him before he even married me, or before he could even do anything. I was literally a wife to him. So I think he didn't really see any challenge, So ever since then, I stopped being nice to him. I always tell him what I feel. Basically, I treat him just like any other guy. So I started seeing results ever since I changed. As I speak, he's picking up our son from childcare. And we're going to take him bowling. So far, yeah.
Is he living with you now then?
Oh God, no. Okay. I don't want him anywhere near me. I'm still having my time. Yeah, I'm still having my time.
Go on.
Sorry?
No, it's an interesting story. What did you learn from that whole experience?
Oh.
And what would you change?
What would I change?
If you could change anything.
I wouldn't have told him to go and get married. because it changed the whole thing. I don't care about cultural things. I would have stood my ground. But I was so scared of the culture and everything because I don't know much about it. You just see it in Nigerian movies. You're like, ooh, what if they do this to me? But also, I loved him too much. And so I lowered my standards because I loved him. And what I learned through this experience is to never lower your standards just because you're in love. Because the person disrespects you. And so I was disrespected a lot because I lowered my standards to accommodate him. And every time he did something wrong or he disrespected me, instead of actually standing up for myself and showing him that, look, this is not acceptable, I just rewarded him with more love, because I thought, okay, if I show him more love, he'll stay with me. It became like a competition with the other person. And also, I learned to love myself. And ever since I decided to love myself, it's like he tries so much to show me, look, I love you. So it's the other way around now. It's like, now he keeps saying, look, I'm going to make you proud. I have changed. I'm changing. I'm still doing this. What do you want me to do to show you that now I'm on the right path? But also the other girl, she really spoiled him. I could see. It's like, don't reward someone with more things when he's treating you badly.
Okay. There's a saying in Jamaica, people treat you the way you let them treat you.
Exactly. So this birthday, he actually thought I was going to be miserable like I was last year. So I said, no, Jill, you're going to be happy.
We hope that episode enhanced your life. We post an interview every day as well as vlogging on our social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to get our latest episode.
I posted any other man. So I did not post the other person. I only posted my pictures. But he could not stand it. Up to now, still tells me, you hurt me. I'm like, no, you hurt yourself. When you disrespect me and you show me you don't love me, I'm not going to stand there. I'll be with someone who actually wants to show me love, who wants to be with me. And so I chose to be with another person who wanted to show me love, who wanted to be with me. Okay? Yeah, but I called you. No, you called me 2 days before. When you love a person, you plan. You know my birthday. But let me ask you something. If I didn't go out with anyone else and I wasn't, I just sat at home, would I still hurt you? Because it's the same thing last year that I did, except it didn't hurt you. He still brought flowers on Valentine's. I'm like, no, I'm not interested. So I showed him, like, look, I deserve so much better, and I'll never let myself be that girl again. And now, what I did more is I concentrated on my work and I just elevated myself as a person. And by the time he got to see me again, I wasn't even that girl that he used to know.
So who are you now then?
Oh, I'm Jill. I'm fun. I'm hardworking. I know what I want in life, and I know exactly how to get it. And if someone is a distraction, I drop them immediately. So he was becoming a distraction. So yeah, I dropped him.
So what you're saying is that if someone breaks your focus,
yeah, you're done. I'm out. Because you're supposed to support me. We're supposed to support each other with with our journey, not bring me down.
That makes sense. Well, that being said, I wish you well.
Thank you.
On your future endeavours in love and life.
Thank you.